Okay guys, we are live. All right. So hello everyone, this is me Harshal Jain, and in today's video we are going to build a simple actually it's the part one of our project. So basically we are going to build a stopwatch using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. So a lot of you might be knowing me with as a Hindi teacher because I used to teach in Hindi language, but for this specific project and upcoming some of the projects I'll be speaking in English because there are multiple people from across different countries, so that's why I'm speaking in English. So I hope some of you I guess okay. So I know some of you might not be knowing JavaScript as well, but I assume that you might be knowing some basics of HTML and CSS because that's a mandatory requirement for web development. But if you don't know JavaScript much, like basics, if your basics are clear, but if you don't know much about JavaScript, like how to implement JavaScript properly in your HTML, then it's all right. You actually can learn JavaScript much more by building projects rather than theory part. So you can follow these projects if you know a little bit of JavaScript, it will work. Okay, so I guess we can start today's session. Okay, we have a query, bro React Native पर new project लेकर आओ. ओके, तो रिएक्ट नेटिव पे बेसिकली हम काम कर रहे थे काफ़ी टाइम से. सो इन रिएक्ट नेटिव वी आई गेस वी कवर्ड अराउंड ten projects in last 2-3 months. So it was really enough for me because I've been working on React Native from last 3 months. So I actually wanted some refreshment. So for that I shifted to some other technology like simple HTML, CSS and JavaScript. But soon we'll cover more projects on React Native and definitely much more projects on React Native, Flutter and many more technologies. Okay, so not just some specific technology, we'll cover everything. And there are also going to be much more technologies like blockchain also, and there are many more technologies which will be covered in this channel. Okay, so before starting today's session, let me just first tell you something, that this project is part one. Okay, but the next video will be covered as part two, and it won't be on YouTube, it will be specific on GFG platform. Okay, so let me just show you how can you access that. So first you have to go to the GFG website, so I'll just take you there. Okay, so basically you have to enroll in this course and the link is provided in description, but for your convenience I'll just show you how can you access this course without that link. Basically some of you might not find that link, so I'll just show you how you can access this course. Okay, so it's a free course, it's not a paid one, it's a free course, and basically all of the project updates and the part one and part two, some of the parts of the projects are going to be covered in this platform, some of them will be covered in YouTube, that is this live session, okay, in which we are watching that. Okay, so here you have to simply come to GFG practice platform. Okay, practicegfg.org, this website. Okay, and yeah, we have to go to this website. Okay, and in this website we can simply scroll down a little bit more, and we can see that there are more courses, or else you can clearly see here are courses section. Okay, so here is a courses section, and inside this we got some other sections, and in this we are targeting the development section. So development section, and here we got many development sections, many development projects and series, upcoming series, and some of them are paid, some of them are free. You can actually choose any if you want. Okay, but what I'm talking about is this one. Okay, just remember this thumbnail because we are actually covering this we can say this series. Okay, so this course, and in if you click this course, simply just click this course and you have to register this course, and inside this you will find all of my previous videos which I covered for this project and other projects for JavaScript and upcoming technologies for Monstack development. Okay, so all of the projects and theory part will be provided here, and you can simply register here and you can access them for free. All right, so that's a really great initiative by Geeks4Geeks, and if I had to learn something, so it's really a great opportunity because here we are providing everything in a single course. Okay, so it's really great and it's a free course, so you can definitely go for it. And if you have any doubts regarding this project or regarding this course, you can definitely contact me or you can comment in this video. What you can do is simply here's my Instagram username and here's my LinkedIn name. So you can simply contact me here. And here's my GitHub repository profile. So for this, I'll just show you how can you access the source codes of this project or further projects. So every time I create a project, I simply upload it on GitHub. So let me just take you to GitHub and then we can continue. github.com. And if you go to GitHub, you can simply search my profile anywhere, okay, here, or you can simply search here. You can simply write /virajj014, okay, viraj014, and here's my profile. You can follow me if you want. I'll just follow back. Okay, I've been following 38 people, but I'll follow more people, okay. So I didn't get much time, okay. So yeah, here's my yesterday's project, okay, and here's my yesterday's project, superhero quiz project in JS. So you can access this project, and it's also a JavaScript project which tutorial is covered in that course which I showed you right now. So you can actually access the videos of this tutorial through that course, okay. And here's the source code of that project, superhero quiz app, which we covered in this course, okay. So you can enroll in this course and you can watch that video, and for the access of the project, you can simply go to this and you can access the superhero quiz project, okay. And now today we are going to cover another project, that is Stopwatch, okay. That is, we are going to build a stopwatch using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. Okay, we got some messages. Social media, okay, keep it up, all the best for the session. Thanks, brother. Social media app का notification function now. Soon, if I get much time for React Native, then I'll definitely bring another video for upcoming more functionalities for the social media application. Definitely there are more functionalities which I added in that project, okay. So some of you might not be knowing what I'm talking about, so let me just take you to our GFG development channel, okay. Yeah, so here's our GFG development channel, and here you can actually see a lot of videos are being covered by me and other mentors. So basically some of the people were really focused on watching React Native project series, which I covered a few days or months back, okay. I guess it's 2 weeks for the last video of this React Native project, and basically a lot of people want more videos for this social media application. So since the demand is increased, then I'll definitely try to bring more videos or of more modified version of our social media application. And definitely I'll introduce more algorithms, like basically I was trying to implement AI and ML in this social media application. So definitely if I make more changes, better changes, then I definitely bring another video with that, okay. So just wait for a few days or for a few weeks, but I'll definitely bring more videos for the social media application, okay. But till now you can watch that, it's almost complete, okay. And also you can implement your functionalities, like I can't implement everything, because since social media platform is a really vast thing, like Instagram recently introduced avatar feature and many more features. So it's a really vast field, and you can implement it by yourself also, but definitely I'll bring more videos for that, okay. So now we can continue, and if you want to access the whole playlist, you can access the playlist here. And also one more thing, if you want to find the link of the course, the link of this course is provided in the live chat. You can simply see practice.geeksforgeeks.org, this links. If you click this link, it will definitely directly take you to the course. And also you can click this link directly from here also for part 2 of the project that is going to be covered tomorrow, okay. So if you click on this link, then you can simply be directed to this course, okay. So you can access further more videos here. All right, so now let's start. All right. All right, so let me just close all of these pages and then we can continue. Actually started a lot of the tabs here, so let me just close all of them, because our laptop might hang after this, okay. So yeah, so okay, so now what we are going to build right now, we are simply going to build a stopwatch application that is basically for beginners. Some of you might know HTML, CSS and JavaScript, some of you might not know HTML, CSS and JavaScript, but for this minimum requirement is basics of HTML and CSS and JavaScript. All right, so if you don't know any one from all these three, then you must study first, okay. So now we can continue. I'll just show you what's the UI part of our project. and today we are going to build the UI part. So that's how our UI will look. But this is the UI part which will be built using HTML and JavaScript, but HTML and CSS. But yes, okay, but tomorrow's session will cover JavaScript part. That is the how will our stopwatch work, how the reset button work, stop button work, and different functionalities and real time changes. So that will be covered tomorrow. But today we are going to build the simple UI part. Okay, so I guess we can continue. And enough of talking. Hello, by React Native next project कब आएगा? Same question again. Yeah, it will be there soon. Just wait. I guess it's really in demand. I guess it's the first time I've seen some technology in demand, but definitely I'll bring some more projects for React Native and also upgrade the upgrade the pre-existing projects. Just wait. So let's first create a simple project. For that, simply create a new folder. Okay, create a new folder and let's name this stopwatch. You can create a new folder anywhere, it's your wish. Okay, let's name this stopwatch. I'll just name it stopwatch JS. Okay, so it will be more convenient for me because I built many projects, so I'll just name it like this. All right, so that's our folder, and simply just right click here and open with code. If you haven't installed VS Code, then please install that first. It's really simple. Just go to VS Code website and install that for Windows, or if you're rich you can go for Mac OS, and then simply just click next, just like a video game, and then simply you have your VS Code installed. Okay, and just mind one more thing, that once installing VS Code, when you are installing VS Code, just click all the checkboxes which come in the installation box. Okay, that's the simple trick, and after that you can simply get this option as open with code. Okay, some of you might not be getting, so this can be the reason if you haven't ticked all of the boxes. Okay, I don't remember the specific box name, that's why I'm asking you to tick all the boxes. Okay, so yeah, the final installation if of VS Code is completed, and then you can simply see this terminal, this page. Okay, so yeah, we don't have to install much extensions right now, but you can simply install one extension, that is live server. So simply write live server, or this is a very famous extension, so I guess many of you might know about this. So just install this and then you are ready to go. Once you install that, you can simply get icon here, go live. Okay, so simply if you press this, then definitely your live server will start. All right, so let's first create a index.html file, and I'll just name it index.html file, and you can rename it anything else. And I'll just create a CSS file, so I'll write style.css. Okay, and I'll write script.js. Okay, script.js. So these are the basic files which we are going to require. And let's first focus on our HTML part. We are going to write the HTML. So instead of writing the whole boilerplate, there's a shortcut in VS Code. Just simply press exclamation mark and then you get this boilerplate. Okay, so that's a simple trick which you can use, and we can rename it as something like my stopwatch. Okay, my stopwatch. So now let's see if our project is working or not. And guys, just a minute. All right, so now we can continue. The first thing we have to do is simply link the CSS file here, but before that, just click the go live button and you'll simply be redirected to a new web page like this. Okay, we haven't written anything, that's why we are not getting anything, but let us write anything first. So if I write h1 hello there. Okay, hello there. So yeah, you got your text, so now everything is working fine. And now let's add a fav icon also. Okay, so for fav icon you must have an image or an icon, whatever you want. Like we want a fav icon like this small clock. So for that I have a small image, and you can download that image from anywhere or the GitHub repository which I am going to provide after this video, okay, on the comment section or on the description. You can check that, my GitHub repositories, okay, for this specific project also and for further projects also. Okay, so yeah, we want something like this as a fav icon. So I chose this image, and then you can simply use this as a fav icon by this is a simple trick for fav icon, and most of the people don't know this, so that's why I thought you must know, as it's really easy. Okay, so just open this link tag, and this is a self-closing tag, and then simply write rel equals icon. Okay, so for fav icon you have to create a rel as icon, and then type equals x icon. Okay, type equals image slash x icon, image slash x dash icon. Okay, image slash x icon, and after that you have to write the reference of that icon. The reference path is in the same folder. We want stopwatch underscore icon dot png, whatever the name of your image is. Now let's save and check. So yeah, you can clearly see we got an icon here. Okay, we got a small icon here. So that's how you can implement fav icons in normal HTML, CSS and JavaScript. Okay, so yeah, we got a fav icon. Now we can continue with our project. So first of all, you have to simply write some HTML, and that's first thing what we need to write. Okay, so we'll imagine two containers. First container will contain the time, and the second container will contain the buttons, that is stop button, reset button and start button. Okay, so if the stopwatch is already running, then what buttons must be shown? The buttons must be shown stop button and reset button. Okay, stop button and reset button. And if the stopwatch is not running, then the start button must be shown. Okay, that's the logic, and that's for the container 2. For container 1 we are going to simply show some time. So what I thought is simply I'll just show hour, minute and second, but instead of that you can show minute, second and milliseconds. And if you suggest, I'll just change it to milliseconds, because we are just building simple UI for this, so it doesn't really matter what we put here today. Okay, so suppose we are showing a time as stopwatch time as 10 hours have been passed, 30 minutes have been passed and 11 seconds have been passed. Okay, so just assume this is container 1, this is container 1 and this is container 2. Okay, so it might look like something, so it might look like this. Okay, the 10 hour 30 minute and 11 seconds. So we want a container 1 like this and another container like this. Okay, so if the watch is running, then we got a stop button and reset button. All right, so also if the watch is stopped, we can also show another button, that is continue, okay, continue and reset. All right, so we can show these buttons if the watch is paused but it was having some time. Okay, it was having some time like this. But if the watch isn't paused and it's it's running right now, so we are going to show these buttons. And if the initial time is 000, that is the watch hasn't run right now, that is if someone press reset, then the time will become 000. So after that we are going to just show the start button. Okay, so this logic will be carried on later, and we'll implement JavaScript logic here, and that's really simple, but it will really help you in further projects, and also various technologies like in Munstack. It will definitely help you in React.js and Node.js, because they use JavaScript. All right, so now we can continue. We will create our first container, and here I'll just write C1. Okay, that is container 1, and I'll just close this so that we can continue inside this. Okay, so I'll just create a division. Div, and I'll just name it as class equals container 1. Okay, and yeah, that's container 1, and inside this we can create 3 p tags. First p tag will contain 10, and second p tag will contain 30, and third p tag will contain 11. And inside p tags we will also create spans containing HR, minute and seconds, such that the p tags will be in I guess bigger font. Also the span tags will be in small fonts. Okay, that's why I'm creating specific p tag and span tag inside this. So for this you can simply just write p. Okay, simply write p tag, and I'll just name it as a class can be number. Okay, you want this as a number, and inside this you can simply write any time. Okay, right now we are assuming that it's 10 hours 30 minutes and 11 seconds have been passed. That's why I'm just writing here 10 hours. Okay, so for hour you can simply write span tag, span, and inside span tag I'll write hr. So instead of this hour minute second, you can simply use minute second and milliseconds. It's up to you. Okay, so the logic is same, but I'm just writing in a different format right now. And also I'll write p tag. So let's do one thing. I'll just write minutes because for the video purpose, we are not going to wait the watch time to turn into an hour, because you can assume that if I start a watch, I have to show you it's working. So I'll just assume that we are going to work for minutes, seconds, and milliseconds. Okay, so I guess I've written correct spelling, or it's double L. I don't know. I'll just check later on. But yeah, you got the idea. All right, so let's see how is it looking. So yeah, I'll just write MS. Instead of this, I can write MS. So it will be a lot easier. Okay, MS. Yeah, now it's fine. It's fine. So that's our time. That's our time. And suppose we are going to show some buttons inside our C2 tag. Okay, container 2. Inside our container 2. So I'll just write a container 2 here, and we'll just create a division here, and I'll just write class equals container 2. Okay, now inside this we can create as much buttons as we can, and we can actually write separate logics for them. Now if I write button tag here, and you can just style different buttons separately if you want. And here are some of the buttons which I am going to use: stop, reset, and I'll just write another button as start. Okay, start, continue, and start. Okay, so here are 4 type of buttons which I am going to use for this project. And for an instance, if the watch is right now running, so what buttons must be shown? Stop and reset, right? So I'll just comment these two out, so that we are assuming a situation, and we are going to give some styles to these containers and these buttons and these tags. Okay, so now our basic HTML part is done, and now we can continue with our CSS. So guys, if you have any doubt regarding this right now, so you can ask me in the live chat, and then after that we can continue with our CSS. Okay. All right, so now we can continue. And after this, we are going to create the CSS part. So first, make sure you have linked the CSS. No, I haven't linked the CSS, so I'll just write link tag here, and I'll just link my CSS here like this. Okay, so for linking CSS, you have to just mention the path of the CSS file. So since it's in the same folder, you have to write dot slash and the file name, that is style.css. Okay, you can actually choose another file name if you have given another file name. It's up to you. Okay, it's not mandatory to write style.css always. You could have simply written style1 or style29 or etc. Any name you could have given, and the same name must be passed here. Okay, and just make sure the path is correct, because sometimes some people misplace the path or write another path for this CSS file or any other files, and then their project don't support the CSS or JavaScript part because of the incorrect file name. Okay, so just make sure you give the correct file names. Yeah, after this we are going to simply observe our HTML. Okay, so for this I'm just splitting my screen so that you all can watch this. All right, so yeah, now I can see that it is visible, properly visible, and here's our container 1 and our container 2. So now let's target our container 1, and First, let's make the body and make the margin and padding 0 for every container. Okay, so I'll just write a star because it will make changes for everything, and I'll just write m0, margin 0, p0. So that's my habit. It simply removes existing pre-existing margin and padding, and this really helps me in judging what can be done next. Okay, so if there is any previous margin or padding, so sometimes I get confused that how to remove that. So initially you should remove this margin and padding. That's what I think. Okay, so it's up to you. If you don't want to remove that, go for it, I don't care. Okay, so it's personal choice. Yeah, so now we can continue, and after this I'll just choose a background color. So it's a personal preference, but some of people will criticize this background color. I don't know, some of the people don't like this background color, but I like this background color. So I'll just create a variable for this color, and if you change this color, then definitely you can choose whatever theme you like. Okay, so I'll just write a variable named as primary color. Inside this I'll just write my primary color. Okay, so this color can be anything, but my color is hashtag 0AD 6A0. Okay, so this is a really good practice, and I didn't use it for a long time, but this is a really good practice of creating variables for colors and then using it for your code. So you don't have to write all of this color name every time. Okay, so you just have to call the variable name, that is primary color, and you'll get this color. So that's really useful, and that's why I'm using, because this project is solely focused for beginners, and beginners must know these simple tricks which nobody told me as in my development journey. Okay, very few people use this very variable part. Okay, so that's why how I told you. So yeah, we chose a background color. Sorry, we chose our primary color and secondary color. Now we are going to choose our background color. So for choosing our background color, you will simply target your body, because everything is present inside your body, and since body is a tag, you don't have to put any dot before that. So let's first write background color, okay, background color. And then we have to write the variable name, whichever variable name you want. So I'll just choose my primary color. So if I write primary color, it will directly put this color as my background. Okay, so if I change this color, so if you in future, if you access this project and if you want to change color to red, and if I save this, so it will change red. Okay, so wherever I have implemented primary color, all those places will have red color. Okay, so that's how it's really useful for using a variable for these kind of background color or any theme kind of things. Okay, similarly you can implement dark theme with this. It's really easy to use. If you have this knowledge of variables, you can simply implement dark theme with this logic. Okay, so I'll just make it back to my favorite color. It's not my favorite, but if I had to choose, I'll just choose this one. Okay, because it's looking peaceful and not so dark. That's why I chose this color. Okay, but you can choose any other color, and it's up to you, definitely. Yeah, so after this we are going to choose any text color for this. Okay, so I'll just write color, and for this I'll just choose white color. Okay, right now I'll just choose white color, and that's our secondary color. So our texts got a white color. Okay, everything got a white color. So yeah, it's looking nice. Okay, and if you don't want that, right now we don't need that, so I'll just make it a comment, and definitely we can just name it a font family. Okay, font family, and font family can be Open Sans. Okay, whatever it is, OPE, Open Sans. Okay, instead of this you can also use Google Fonts if you want, and if you check my some of my projects, I've used Google Fonts. So if you don't know Google Fonts, you can access the course link provided there, and in many of my videos, many of my projects, in that course link you'll get Google Fonts usage. Okay, so that's also a good trick to use different fonts, so it will enhance the UI experience for you and the end user. Okay, so yeah, that's the font family I have chosen right now, and definitely if it looks ugly, then definitely we'll change it later on. So font size, I'll just write a font size as 16 pixel for now. Okay, and okay, just do one thing right now. it's not much useful, so I'll just write it as body. Okay, I'll just style further containers, then I'll come back to body if it's required. Okay, so yeah, so I'll write container dot, okay, we are writing for container one, so dot container one, and then I'll write that I want my time in a row. Okay, if the space is available, it will be in a row, and if there's a mobile view, then it can be in a column if I want. For that, I'll use flex direction row and flex wrap as wrap. Okay, so you have to write display flex, so they became in a row, but for your convenience, I'll just write flex direction as row, but it doesn't matter because by default it's a row. Okay, so if I hadn't written it, it will still be a row, so I'll just comment it out. And after this, we are going to target the numbers. Okay, the number p tag, so container one dot number, and inside this you can simply write font size as 200 pixel. Okay, yeah, you got the font size. And font weight as, so first let me just write font weight. Okay, font weight can be 400, a little bit of thin, that's what we can say. And then we can write margin as 0 and 10 pixels. So the p tag has been targeted. Which p tag has been targeted? This p tag. Okay, this p tag containing 10, and inside this we also have a span tag. So p tag contains the span tag. Okay, span tag is not separate, so whatever you style this, whatever you are styling this, will be affected to this one. Okay, so that's why the minute is also being styled like this. Okay, so just wait, we'll target the span tag separately and we'll style that separately. Okay, so currently just focus on these numbers. We are trying to style this number, and we are going to create a card like this. So what card? Similar card like this. Okay, so yeah, now just come back to your code and simply, okay, I have given a lot of font size, that's why it's showing me something really big. Okay, so let's make it 200. If I write 200 here, and I'll just make it full. Okay, just wait, we'll just fix this. Okay, so after this, let me first just split this. After this, we are going to write further styles for it. So let me just first make a background color so you can understand that. So background color can be secondary color where and secondary color. So yeah, we got three boxes. Okay, three boxes, and since there was margin, so that's why we got some space between them, that is left and right margin, not top and bottom. Top and bottom is 0, left and right was 10 pixel. If I had increased this margin, then definitely the space between them would have increased. But since we want a normal UI, I've actually checked before, that's why I've written 10 left and right. Okay, so 10 left and 10 right for each. So after this, we have given a background color. Okay, after this, you can simply give it a box shadow also. So box shadow simply highlights the container. Okay, so box shadow, and it can be anything. So I'll just assume it as 0 pixel, and 5 pixel and 0 pixel. Okay, and it can be similar as secondary color. Okay, so I'll just give these box shadow, and I assume that it is taking a box shadow. Okay, yeah, they are taking box shadow. You can see they are taking some amount of box shadow, I guess. Okay, yeah, they are taking some amount of box shadow. So I'll just again come back here, and then I'll just write display flex, because we want minute and 10 in a row. After this, we are writing them justify content center, that is 10-minute will be shifted to center of that box. Also, that is from left and right, they will be shifted to the center. And also we'll write align items. If I write align item center, nothing will happen. I want to write flex end. Okay, flex end. Okay, nothing will work right now because the font size is too much, but just assume this is the font size. Okay, after this, what you can do is simply target one more thing. mm, okay, I've just written flex end here, and then background color, and then I'll write a color as variable color. Okay, color can be where primary color. Okay, so the text color has been changed. Okay, and then we can give it a padding of 20 pixel, 20 pixel. Okay, and after this you can give it a border radius of not 50%, I'll just write 20 pixels, 20 pixels. So yeah, the edges got curved. Okay, like this, the borders got curved. I'm sorry, it's not the edge, it's actually the vertex. Okay, so the vertex got curved, and after this, let me just also give a font family to this one. Okay, so I'll just write Open Sans here, here. Okay, so I'll just write font family as Open Sans. Okay, Open Sans. So I'll just write here Open Sans. Okay, so we got a font family and it's looking okay. Okay, it's looking fine. All right, so now we can continue, and after this, simply just target the span tag, and we actually want a small span tag. So inside the container one, inside the number, we are targeting the span tag, and inside the span tag I want the font size to be around 50 right now, 50 pixels, because the p tag was 200 pixels for the bigger screen. Okay, so 50 pixel and 300 pixel, sorry, font weight can be 300, that is a little bit of less bolder. Okay, and after that we can give it a color of, color can be primary color or any other you want. So color is definitely primary color because it took the color from its parent p tag. Okay, so it definitely has the primary color, that is this greenish color. Okay, so if I change it to something else, like if I make it yellow, so I'll just save it, so it got yellow. So that's how you can simply change the theme by changing this color if you want. If you don't like this color, okay, it's up to you. So now we can continue, and yeah, we got the span tag, and after the span tag we can target the container 2, that is let me just first make it bigger. So yeah, you can see this is looking shifted towards the topward. So let me just fix this. So for that you can come back to your body. Okay, so you can come back to your body, and we actually wrote okay, Open Sans here, and after this we can simply write display flex, display flex, display flex can be used here. And after this we can simply write justify content center, justify content center. So yeah, it went to the center of your screen, but what we want is first these container 1 and container 2 should be in a column. Yeah, but they are in a row right now, that is container 1 is this and container 2 is this. So for them to be in a column, we can simply use a trick. Here we can simply write flex direction column. Okay, so once you write flex direction column, you got this. Okay, and also since you wrote flex direction columns, so for bringing those in center, you have to change this to align items. So yeah, we used align items. Now again, we want this from top to bottom at the center of the screen. Okay, from left to right it got the center, but from top to bottom it's not in center. So for that we can simply write height as 100 vh. Okay, first you have to declare the height full, because whatever the height will be chosen, the middle point will be the center for that. So 100 vh is simply the height of the full screen of your viewing port. Like if you're viewing on this laptop screen, the height it will be something else, the mobile screen the height will be something else, and now this container will be in center of your height. Okay, so now for bringing that in center, you have to simply write justify content center. Yeah, so they got the center. Okay, now it's looking fine, and that's a simple trick which you can use in align items in HTML and CSS. So that's a trick which a lot of people miss, but I showed you how it's done. Okay, so yeah, these will be helping you in future, like if you want to write the same code in React Native or React JS or Angular or Next.js or any other technology which uses styling like CSS, then this same logic will be used everywhere. Okay, justify content, align item, this same logic is used everywhere, and just make sure you have learned flex enough. Okay, so flex technology sorry flex in CSS is basically the best thing in CSS. Like I haven't learned grid right now because it's not required, Okay, you can either learn flex or grid, one of them is enough, and I've been using flex from past 2 years. Okay, that's why I've been flexing it, my CSS skills. So flex is really good and you should learn in CSS. Okay, so flex is really important in CSS, and that's how we align items and justify content in the center of our page. Okay, so yeah, we got the items in the center, that is everything is in center. Now we can target the container too. Okay, now we can target the container too. So for container too, we are actually talking about our buttons. So simply write container 2, and first let's give them some margin. Okay, so for margin we can simply write margin, and from every side I want 20 pixel. Okay, from top, bottom, left, right. So yeah, we got 20 pixel of the margin. Yeah, so we got 20 pixel of the margin in between. Okay, so you can see above these buttons we got some margin, some space. Before that we weren't getting some space. Okay, so yeah, after this we can target the buttons. So container 2 dot, sorry, we are targeting the button now, so we can simply target the button tag because we haven't given any classes to them, but you can target these buttons separately if you want them to be in separate classes, separate designs, but it's not necessary. Okay, it was looking cool, so that's why I'm targeting all the buttons and giving them same sign, same styles. Okay, so after this you can simply give them a color of I can give it a color of primary color. Okay, color can be primary color, where primary color. So I'll just save this and you got the primary color. Okay, and after this I'll just give it a background color of secondary color, that is white. So yeah, after this we'll give it a font size of 25 pixel, font size of 25 pixel. Save. So yeah, it got a little bit uh, uglier. Okay, so I'll just give it a font weight of 300. All right, so I guess it was already 300 because we haven't noticed any changes, so let it be. Okay, eh, yeah, after this we are going to give some padding. So padding can be I assume that the padding can be top to bottom 10 pixel, left to right 20 pixels. So yeah, it worked and it's looking nice. All right, so let me do one more thing. I'll just remove this border. So for the border I'll just write border as um none. Okay, yeah, the border became none. Or you can do one more thing, border is none. Okay, just let it be, border can be none. After this you can give something else, like simply border radius of 20 pixel. Border radius of 20 pixel will make it look better. You can see it's looking nice. Okay, stop and reset. After this you can give it a margin from uh, left and right. Okay, margin 10 pixel. Okay, from top and bottom it can be 0 pixel, but from left and right I'll just give them some margin. You can see they got some margin, that is top and reset got some space between them. You can also increase this margin if you want. So yeah, the space is increased. And also from top and bottom, if I increase the margin, yeah, you got some more space because individual buttons also have some margin and the container 2 also has some margin. So in total the top and top will be 30, bottom and bottom will be 30 pixel. Okay, so the margin between these two, container 1 and container 2, is actually container 1 and the button is actually 30 pixel. Okay, so yeah, we can continue, and this is our button. And after this, if we hover over this button, we can simply target the hover effect, container button. And after this, if you hover over this button, I'll just change the background color to black. Okay, background dash color to black. um So I'll just write black here directly. Okay, it you can just create another variable. I'll just write back a black directly, so it became black. Yeah, it's nice, but we can change the text color to be white. So for that you can simply instead of writing white, I'll just write secondary color, because if someone choose other secondary color, so it will show another secondary color. So yeah, it's nice. Okay, so one more thing, we want a border to be cursor to be pointer, definitely. And also one more thing, I want some box shadow. Okay, I want some box shadow. Let me just write here 10 0 pixel 0 pixel 10 pixel. um white. Okay, so I'll just check. I'll just change this to something like 20. I'll just increase this. I'm sorry, I'm just going to increase this. So yeah, it's giving me some highlight. Okay, so you can use this box shadow if you want. It's not recommended. Like, I don't like this right now, so I'll just comment this out. Okay, it was looking nice before. Yeah, it was looking nice. So I guess the part is done for our button also. What if we increase the width? Okay, so I'll just write width to be 200 pixels. Okay, 200 pixels. So yeah, the width got increased, and simply you can use this logic too. Okay, so after this we can do one more thing, is that if you actually view this in a smaller screen size, okay, so you can assume that this is not looking nice. Okay, this is not looking nice. So for that, um I guess around, so now you must pay some more attention to this one, because here's come the most important part of making any website or anything responsive. You'll just have to inspect this right here. Okay, so yeah, you can observe that it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. And once we get nearer to 1000, it's actually breaking, right? So it's actually breaking. So we can actually target from 1300 if you want. So we can target it from 1300, and I'll just reset it first. I'll just reset it first. Yeah, so yeah, I'll just target it from 1300, and let me just open this once again so we get a better um okay. Yeah, so normally it's looking nice, and if we inspect this, and around 1100, okay, around 1100, I'll just change my style. Okay, around 1100 I'll just change my style. Yeah, around 1100 at the rate media screen. And here if I write max dash width to be 1000, or I'll just change it to 1100 pixel. So I'll just change the styling of this number. So just copy this number. Okay, I'll just decrease the size, by the way. So yeah, this number is changed, and I'll just decrease the font size, and I guess everything is okay. Font weight and margin is not important, box shadow is not important, and also background is not important, flex end is also not important, and background color, okay, I guess everything is fine. We just had to increase these and decrease the sizes. Okay, so it's up to you. So yeah, the size has been decreased, and now you can simply see that it's nice. Okay, yeah, as soon as we get to 1100, okay, 1100, the size got decreased. So if you think the size is decreased too much, then you can simply change the stylings if you want. I just showed you how you can manipulate the stylings by targeting the individual pixels. Okay, so yeah, before 1100 the size will be like this, after 1100 the size will be like this. Okay, so if we assume that if size is lesser then it's like this. So after this you can also decrease the size of the span tags also. So for span tags I'll just simply write dot container one dot number, okay, span, and inside this I'll just decrease the size to 20 pixel. Okay, 20 pixel will be nice. So 20 pixel is nice. Let's just check. So if I decrease this, yeah, size got decreased. So that's how you can manipulate it. All right, so after this what we can do simply is I'll just make it a column. Okay, I'll just make it a column. So for this you can come here and at around 600. Okay, at around 600 or 650, let me just change my stylings from 650, because till 616 it's okay. So let's take a bigger number, 650. Okay, the styling changes again, and again the body can be, let me just change the body part. Okay, so the body will actually show everything in reverse order. That is, the buttons will be shown at the top, Okay, so for that you can simply write flex direction column. Okay, flex direction column reverse, I'm sorry, column dash reverse. So yeah, the button got the upward position. So after this you can target the container one, and we can make this row as a column. Okay, so container one and the number class 3, basically 3 p tags contain the number class, so all of them will be in a row instead of being in a column. Sorry, all of them will be in a column instead of being in a row. So now we are going to write flex direction is now column. Okay, so flex direction is now column, and yeah, I made a mistake. So yeah, they became a column, and definitely we had to increase the margin. So for that you can simply just do one more thing, that I'll just change its font size to 80 and margin 10 pixel each. Okay, so yeah, it's looking nice. And you can do one more thing, you can target the buttons. So for the buttons we can simply write the CSS like this. For the buttons you can simply write the CSS like this, and I've simply decreased everything and rest is okay. Okay, so yeah, the button size is also decreased. And what we can do is I'll just change the margin of my buttons. Okay, so yeah, the container 2 has a lesser margin. Before it had, I guess, 10 pixels, so now it has 5 pixels. After this we are going to again check if it's a code error here. Now it's fine, but yeah, at around 332 it's breaking. So what we can do is just target 350. Okay, just target 350, and I'll just increase it further. Yeah, I'll just make it 330 right now, and I'm targeting from 350. So at the rate media screen uh, max dash width as 350 pixel. Okay, 350 pixel. So now you can target the container 2 button. We have to change the button part, so I'll just change the size of the button. And how are they right now? They got decreased a lot, so I'll just change it to 20 again. 20 again, but the width can be 150. It's nice. And if I give them a margin, okay, just wait. Okay, just wait. If I write something else, like font size is 20 pixel, it was okay. 5 pixel, 5 pixel, okay, it was nice, by the way. So I'll just target the container 2, that is the container of both of these buttons or any of the buttons. So I'll write just margin as 5 pixel. Okay, and display flex and flex direction column. Okay, so yeah, now it's looking fine. So also we need some margin here, so for that you can simply change the margin of container to button, and we'll target the margin. Okay, margin can be 5 pixel from each side is okay. So yeah, previously it was 5 pixel from left and right only, that's why we didn't get anything from top and bottom for these buttons. But now we have changed the margin to top and bottom, left and right 5 pixel. Okay, so yeah, it's looking nice, I guess. So we made it responsive somewhat, but you can definitely make it a better responsive website, but it's not bad. Okay, it's looking nice. So yeah, in iPhone it's looking nice, in Samsung S20 Ultra it's looking nice. So yeah, it's a responsive design, and that's how you can create responsive designs and much more better designs if you want. But I showed you how it's done. Okay, so I hope you like this tutorial. Why everyone is making, why not different? Okay, you can suggest yeah, you might feel this is the same project everyone is making, but you can definitely suggest me better projects. Okay, I searched for beginners projects, I got these projects, so I'm building these projects. Definitely, if you want some better projects, you can give me suggestions. All right, so I'll build these projects. I don't care if it's a tough project or if it's a easy project. But I didn't get any suggestion, so it's my chosen project. But definitely you can give me suggestions for better projects or more easier projects if you want. All right, so yeah, thanks for the suggestion, by the way. I'll just try to make more unique if you want. All right, So I hope you learned something today about JavaScript. I mean about CSS part. JavaScript will be continued tomorrow, and we have to do one thing. I'll just show you how can you access the source code. So simply just visit my GitHub account. Okay. So simply write github.com/virajj014. Okay, that's my GitHub profile, and I'm just sharing it on the live chat so you can check it from there. So yeah, viraj014 is my username at GitHub, and you can simply check my profile. And if you want me to uh, follow you back, so you must follow me back. Okay, so follow me first. So yeah, I have 85 followers. Please follow me here. And after this, we have to go to our repositories. In repositories section, you might get the project. I haven't uploaded right now because I didn't get the time to upload that, but soon I'll upload it in an hour after this session. So you can access the source code from here, and the name can be the name will be same as this name. Okay, Stopwatch.js. I'll just name the repository as Stopwatch.js, so you don't have to worry. Okay, so just come here and just search Stopwatch.js, and you'll definitely get the project and source code from here. All right, so the next session, the next part of this project, that is solely focused on the JavaScript, and it's really important for the further projects which are more advanced. So for that, you can simply go to GFG website. I'll just show you how it's done. So just go to Geeks for Geeks, you know, and pick any website of Geeks for Geeks. And after this, you can simply go to courses and then all courses. Yeah, here you got all courses, and here we have to search for development. So just come to development, and in development part you got another section, and here you got the full stack bootcamp. It's free, and all of the next videos and next videos, I mean the part 2 of this project, some videos will come on YouTube and some videos will come on this specific bootcamp. Okay, so yeah, you have to register here and you can access that. So I'll just show you how it's done, and you just have to sign in via Google and any account if you have created at Geeks for Geeks, but you have to sign in first and then you can start the course. And here you can keep the track of the all of the things which I have explained, and also the theory material. Like you can see the HTML tags and CSS properties, and then there is JavaScript. Okay, so JavaScript is also here, and then React.js. Basically it's for non-stack developers, but it's from the basics. Okay, HTML, CSS and JavaScript, then React.js, then Node.js, then MongoDB. So it's a very compact course, I guess, but it's really beneficial for beginners, and also if you are struggling with some properties, so it's really one solution. Okay, you don't have to go anywhere to search for Node.js, to search for MongoDB in different platforms or YouTube channels. Okay, so yeah, you can definitely check out this course. This is absolutely free and this is for you all. Okay, I'm not marketing, but yeah, upcoming videos are being presented here, so that's why I had to tell you. So this is a really great course. I've just checked it, and yeah, here you can simply check my previous videos. Yesterday I covered a project. Basically it was a quiz app. Okay, so yeah, you can check this out. So this is covered in two parts, and also next part, that is part 2 of Stopwatch, will be present here. So tomorrow I'll be live here. Here we have a notification. Yeah, you can see, let's build a stopwatch using HTML, CSS and JavaScript part 2. So next part will be available here. I'll just share the link of this course so you can simply check it out. Okay, and it is available on the live chat. By the way, Geeks for Geeks channel, our development channel has pinned that link, or you can simply check out the description. You will find the course link. Okay, or if you didn't find the course link, you can simply follow this method which I told you to access the course. All right, so next video will be found here, will be found in the live section. In the live section, you will simply check out this part to part. Okay, so yeah, you can simply get the link here. All right, so I guess it's enough for today, and definitely we are going to cover much more projects, and there will be soon much more different technologies also available. All right, so I hope you don't have any doubts. If you have any doubts, you can just mention it on the live chat. I'll just wait for a few minutes and then we can end the stream. Okay, so some of you might want to contact me, so you can contact me on Instagram. My username for Instagram is Harshal_3011, and you can also search me on LinkedIn, Harshal Jain. All right, and I told you my GitHub repository and CoderSub is my username for YouTube. Okay, so you can simply search my YouTube channel also if you want. Okay, so I hope you like this video, and we'll meet in the next one, that is on the course part of GFG. And I told you the link is available in the description. You can access that, and we'll meet there. Okay, so till then, see you, have a good day. Bye bye.